something that they're definitely targeting in Alliance. They're like, okay, we don't really know how to deal with this. We don't want to give you a curveball that can take us by surprise. Because if we play it standard, if we go back to the basics of the game, we know we are better. So why give Alliance a chance to surprise them? It's a very good drafting strategy here from EVOS. And once again, their draft strategy looks immaculate. Varus, Janna, you're going to be lane dominant. You're going to make it nearly impossible for this Jarvan, for this Braum to lane and then to get on your backline later. He's just going to be full-time saving duty for Katsatan. And when we spoke to What the Jazz, he also mentioned one of the strengths for Janna, which plays so well into Rich's toolbox, is that it's so good at roaming. And that's something which Rich loves to do.
Rafa, what is your opinion on the pick so far as we are nearly about to close out our draft?
So Alliance have a little bit of a wombo combo that they can set up with this Jarvan and Orianna. Cataclysm, Shockwave, anyone that's caught in is going to be sent to the Shadow Realm automatically if the Shockwave burst is high enough. But EVOS have not only a little bit of better skirmishing ability thanks to Riven and Ahri and potentially Lee Sin coming in for the final lock, but also you have this Janna, which we actually haven't seen too much Janna gameplay throughout the C Championship region so far, but it's something that actually we get a lot of flavor over of an NA, thankfully mostly to Max Green from Tribe. He is someone that prioritizes a lot of the Janna gameplay earlier on during the Summoner series, and it's just thanks to the powerful disengage abilities that you have, either through the Monsoon or even the Howling Gale, if you time it correctly.
Wait, sorry, Rafa, which team was that? NA's? Sorry, no, I was just jokes, but in all seriousness, the Janna pick is very much a Rich special.
Hey, come on, man! I gotta squeeze in a little bit of NA love.
No, I love it. I love the connections we're making here on the desk. But the big thing that I want to point out is I completely agree with you. Janna is not something which a lot of these teams like. They typically, if they want an enchanter, we'll go for Nami. We'll go for Lulu to buff our hyper carry. But Janna is really a Rich special, and I'm excited to see how he performs on it.
Yeah, definitely. Rafa, what about you? Any final thoughts as we are about to head into game 2?
During the commotion of trying to defend NA once again from Omo trying to bash on my region, I needed to see what the last pick was. Oh, so Lucian. Okay, so Lions trying to match up with some of their own skirmishing ability, and I don't think we're going to see Raven going into the mid lane this time around. Just seems like the Lucian Braum powerhouse combo. I want to see a lot of the attention towards the Dragon lane.
There is a chance.
We're gonna see if indeed that does happen.
There is a chance that Ahri Braum go bot lane, but that's it for me.
Well, we'll see how this plays out as we head into game number 2 between EVOS Esports and Alliance. Casters, take it away.
What I love about this desk, Mika, thank you for the toss, by the way, is that Omo is reaching across the ocean over to North America with an extended hand to smack Rafa across the face. And that's just, you know, the kind of camaraderie you love to see, Riku.
I bet, especially things are soon to be in the horizon, I suppose.
Oh, yeah?
Exactly.
We got some work to do.
Lots of that setup. But
Game
the thing
number
that
2.
Yeah. It's it's Omo being correct over here, saying that, okay, Raven's gonna go to the mid lane.
I thought we were done, but you're backing up Omo. Yes, that Lucian does go to the middle of the map. Raven will be there for Alliance. I wanted to talk through this, Riku, because we were sitting there in the backstage. We're kind of watching this draft go out, and I think we both kind of liked Alliance. I think we both kind of left it feeling pretty good about what Alliance had brought to bear.
Yeah, Alliance definitely on paper, very, I suppose, on paper, easy to execute. You've got Jarvan for Jelson. This is his signature champion, by the way. Played it multiple times back in the summer season and has basically equated as well to the contribution of basically winning that summer season championship locally. And we get to see that serving as Azora Vecchi's ball delivery system, which, you know, most of the heavy engage will heavily rely on both Jelson and Azora Vecchi. And we'll see, though, as what the panel has mentioned, most of the focus will be on the bottom portion of the map, which we're seeing right now.
Here comes G4. Ozravaki behind the turret will drop the heal, but he's in huge trouble, and Valdez just runs him down. 1 kill, 2 kills to the jungler, the all-star here for EVOS. And by the time he finally falls, he's done the damage he came for. 2 for 1 is the trade behind Alliance's turret.
And this is exactly what we're looking forward to every single time Valdez locks in a very aggressive jungler for the early game. We're looking for the dives. You know, it doesn't really... It doesn't, like, there's no Galio, but at the same time, it's fine. We can just dive. We can overpower you with damage. We can poke you out, setting up Cat Satan to put Raven, or rather Ozora Vecchi and the Orianna being incredibly low, and then set up for this dive.
And this is also what you need from a Lee Sin, is this kind of early tempo setting. Valdez roaming well across the map is going to be here on the top side just as the gank comes out. Vipper defending. V4 flashes away, jumps away, out of the Cataclysm, cut down by the culling. But here comes Valdez round the back. He's isolated SSK, and he can't find the kill. Now he's in trouble. This minion wave massive. Valdez flashes to build distance. On the opposite side of the map, there's a one-for-one trade between Ozora Vecchi. Here comes G4, and Valdez will survive. So there was a one-for-one trade between Casset and Ozora Vecchi. They both died. Up top, Alliance find a kill. We're at a dead even game state. Riku.
Yeah, it's pretty even so far. Alliance, though, wanted to get more because Valdez was pretty much alone. It was a temporary, 1v4 kind of chase of a setting, which I think is, you know, a big of a struggle. Alliance doesn't exactly have the best mobility in the world. They will definitely need Ozora Vecchi to catch people, because EVOS Esports, they have a lot of tools to reset the fight. You've got Thipper with crazy movement as a Riven. You got Valdez with, you know, just being Lee Sin. G4 with a Spirit Rush. So Alliance may have a problem when it comes to chasing down targets.
They got the old man legs.
Yeah.
There might be a super team, but they need to do some cardio with this roster.
Exactly. It is gonna be a struggle, you know. They gotta prepare their energy drinks? I don't know.
I was gonna say calves, do some stretches.
Yeah,
but
I think that's much better. No, I don't think energy drinks are.
You don't have a promo code you want to slip in here, Riku?
Nah, I got nothing. I got nothing.
Poor Riku, because we're gonna hit her up. We got objective spawning here. It's gonna be Dragon down bottom and Infernal, so quite important. But Alliance's attention starts up here with the Rift Herald.
They do want to make sure that they open up the map for SSK to start the roams. Because again, we talked about how engage, while not a problem, they do have flag and drag. They definitely need the apprehend for that additional engage to make sure to finish off certain targets. And that is, I believe, why they do want to prioritize the Rift Herald. Infernal Drake, though, this is usually what we see in teams. They want to prioritize Infernal Drake, they want to fight. Even though Alliance has a better teamfight composition, they lay in the gauntlet, decides to just, we're going to avoid fighting, we're just going for the Rift Herald instead.
It's turret for turret on top of that. CWJ and Jelson will take the Rift Herald, SSK and Raven the top turret. First turret break did go to EVOS, who were very quick to realize they had an opportunity to get that little bit of bonus gold on the trade. They took down the turret first, then pick up the Infernal Drake. Where do we stand, Riku? Is that about even?
I think it's a pretty sweet deal in favor of EVOS Esports. The fact that they get the Infernal Drake as well means they get that big bonus damage for their side, which is very troubling because EVOS Esports has a very strong skirmish and pick composition as well, with Cat Satan here over on towards this chain of corruptions. You've got the charm coming from G4, Valdez with a killer kick. So this benefits them so well to the point that, they can basically utilize this, strong arm their way using brute force, and see if they can find opportunities to possibly even dive SSK at top side.
Tipper playing defense down bottom, not knowing there are two people lurking. It's like the cops sitting at a peel off of a highway, just sitting in their car waiting for someone to go over the speed limit. Tipper driving well under the speed limit. Does not get pulled over. However, his turret will fall here. The analogy will end.
Yeah, it's going to be safe. It's going to be fine. I like this from Alliance, though. They're playing one of those things where they're playing rather safe. They're not taking too much risks. Here, Chain of Corruptions.
Oh. Chain of Corruption onto Jelson, of all people. Doesn't find much. Jelson is dropped to half HP, but will escape.
Oh, that is just a really unfortunate trade. Flashes being burned by everyone. Meanwhile, EVOS Esports just consumes what? Ultimates and dashes. I think That's a very, again, another sweet deal coming from EVOS Esports. Luckily, though, Alliance doesn't have to worry about incoming fights soon. There's no objective to take at the moment, but they really have to brace themselves for potential dives coming from EVOS because, again, they're still working their way towards topside, and mid lane could possibly be next. Cat Satan is there to be that solid rock to continue with the farm, continue on with the push. And, you know, Alliance sees this coming. CWJ already at the top side, ready for that disengage and assistance.
So spread across the map for Alliance, but definitely this focus up here as G4 and Valdez do come to take the turret. Here's the thing, though. CWJ is once again just watching from behind the dash of his car. Got the speed gun out, and let me tell you, Riku, when they took that turret, they were doing so at the speed limit, just cruising.
Just to get by, I suppose.
Perfectly legal turret take. No laws broken, so CWJ just walks away.
Did you know I don't know how to drive yet?
No.
I will get your references in time.
Is there
TJ.
good public transportation where you live? That can you just like take the bus everywhere?
No, not right now.
We're gonna have to explain this, Riku, but we could put a pin in it for now because I sense there's a bottomless well here.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's get it next time. Next time.
Alliance are heading towards the late game in this rank. We're well towards the 10-minute mark. And what does that look like for them is my big question. Because it seems to me you have Lucian, you have Orianna, you're waiting for both those to come online. Is that enough to match what Varus can do in the late time?
Actually, when it comes to dealing faster DPS, of course you have to hand it to Raven. We've seen Lucian's play and build this full crit, almost 100% ability haste and as well as cooldown, which is going to be very incredibly oppressive when it comes to mid to late game. And Cat Satan is just going to, charge piercing arrows from behind.
Oh no! He's broken the law! It's illegal!
Oh no!
Get back here, says SSK! And Thipper has to 1v2. He'll be shut down. A little bit of brutality as SSK drops the guillotine. And EVOS are down their top laner right before this Drake. That was very well played by Alliance.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Evo is a little bit too comfortable there because there was no vision whatsoever on the side of the jungle, the red side jungle of Alliance. Therefore, getting a little bit too comfy. Good thing EVOS has a lot of tools to slow down this take. They've got pokes coming from Cat Satan, as well as, again, the Ahri orbs coming through. So, yeah, they managed to buy time. Thipper is on his way.
And finally, members of EVOS overstep as Alliance have been going for those kind of ambush plays for so long. Here's the attempt for the steal. Into the pit goes Valdez. Half HP on this dragon. Into the chain of corruption. Jelson down to 1 HP. He's hunted down. What a flip. It's from Rich. It's from the chain of corruption of Cat Satan. And Evo shut down Jelson. Take the dragon. And they grab Ozurabeki in the mid lane as well. Cat Satan goes huge. Jelson gets shut down. And EVOS have taken control of this game.
That is just... Oh dear. Okay.
Behind the turret, Valdez into stasis. He needs to be bailed out, but he's got friends.
What a tornado. What a howling gale coming from Rich there. Really good knock-up just to deter Jelson's engage, just to deny that heavy engage coming from the Jarvan floor. That was beautiful to watch. Omo hyped it up. We've seen it. We are looking at it. Rich on the Janna is just really, really impressive.
Yeah, because Jelson wanted to go and apply a bit of pressure and then go back and smite. And he was just denied, shut down. Ozurabeki had a fancy dodge there, but G4 holds on to the charm till the second half of the fight, knowing that's coming. Predicting the fancy footwork and shutting down Ozurabeki.
Yeah, that's a little bit difficult. Again, just so easy for EVOS to close the gap with so many dashes in the world, so much mobility. I'm talking about Thipper, Valdez, and G4. And Ozurabeki needed CWJ to be present to escape his demise. And EVOS, in the lead that they have right now, they're really primed to set up for Baron already. So they're looking to dominate the red side jungle of Alliance to see if they can get a pick.
Raven
right
walking
now.
forward, and this time it's him who's caught in the trap. Valdez, what was that? Behind him, kicks him forward, finds the kill, and EVOS, this dominant jungler, again shuts down Alliance.
That was such a smooth Dragon's Rage. That bicycle kick was just really, really impressive. Again, this is Valdez, one of the best junglers in this tournament. And now he's definitely showing up here on the last day of the group stages.
And EVOS have just done it 2 games in a row. With very dicey, very dangerous early games against what Alliance can offer. But if Alliance don't do enough damage, EVOS just show up to play and shut down the rest of the game.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult. Alliance just is very reliant on Raven to deal that early to mid-game damage, and we didn't get to see that too much because there weren't actually opportunities to basically try and dominate the lane. You're outranged by Cat Satan and Rich over there in that melee support versus ranged matchup. And as well as the fact that we haven't exactly seen the setup, the ball delivery system. We haven't seen game-changing shockwaves coming from the side of both Jelson and Azora Vecchi. And I think without that, it's just going to be difficult. They're going to find difficulties in the upcoming fights.
Cat Satan forced back. G4 will throw up the charm. The turret is full, but here comes the rest of Alliance. Jelson round the side. On to Cat Satan. Satan into stasis. Will flash away and survive. Raven's looking for the kill, but can't find it. And here's Dipper in through the back lines, cleaning up Alliance. And he's still going. CWJ is gone. The Alliance is broken. And EVOS have a dominant team fight to all but seal the deal. Here comes the third Drake. Here comes the Baron. And Alliance aren't going to get near any of it.
Yeah, that's 11k gold lead already on the side of EVOS Esports. They have so much space to take this, and Alliance has 0 access to try and get the steal. Unless they've got teleports open, there is that ward over towards the tri-brush, but I don't see this happening. This Baron is just going down really fast.
Baron burned down, will be picked up by EVOS. And yeah, Alliance need to fight for this Elder, I guess. That's their game plan now. Try and get this Drake if you can, but hold on for the Elder, hold on for the late game. Is there any other chance?
Yeah, that is, I think, how can you slow the game down? Especially now you're going to be solely reliant on Azora Vecchi's big shockwaves. It is possible. I mean, you will assume that Tipper and Valdez G4 to be very up close and personal, therefore opening up for a 3-man shockwave. Cat Satan will just be back behind. And yeah, that is just a free dragon for EVOS, just soloing it. This is a 2 birds in 1 stone kind of thing where EVOS can maximize the Baron buff and siege.
The police are back, waiting in a bush in the jungle.
Yes, they are.
All 4 pushing forward as Valdez goes for him. And Alliance will have to take the long way around, back into their base. Wow!
Raven. What? The damage coming from what? Cat Satan alone with just so much pokes? You've got what? Romana fully stacked. You've got Cyrilda's Grudge already pretty much ensuring you basically land the slows and the piercing arrow. SSK
in.
No.
Chain of corruption. He is dead instantly. And up the top side, Raven's gone as well, as Dipper, who's been so good this game, cleans things up. And EVOS, the champions of the Summer Super Cup, roar through the group stage. They'll take game 2 and clean up this series 2-0.
Yeah, beautifully done.